Diets and workouts, you've done the work, so why can't you get to your goal weight? That's because up to 70% of your weight is predetermined by your genetics. So while you've been told that it's all about your willpower, you're actually fighting your biology. Don't do it alone. Found's Doctor Design program uses medication as part of a treatment plan that targets your body's unique biological needs, so that your body works with you and not against you. Take the quiz at joinfound.com to see if Found's weight loss program is right for you.
Welcome to the PowerCat Podcast, GoPowerCat.com's Kansas State Athletics Show. Make sure you're subscribing to our show at Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your podcasts. Now, from the GPC studios, here's your host, GoPowerCat publisher, Tim Fitzgerald.
Welcome to the overtime. We didn't get canceled after one episode. One somewhat mediocre episode.
It was bad.
Oh, I'm not going to go with bad.
It rated lower than the Ozark series finale.
That was a good finale. I don't know what you're...
It was...
You're doing the crack cocaine.
What?
I don't know. I don't know where that came from. I have no idea what that was.
That's not the drug in the show, so...
No.
Off to a roaring start.
Right. Oh, my gosh. We are sponsored by our good friends at So Long and Taco Lucha. I think after this recording, we're going to get down to the Aggieville district. Do you folks know where Aggieville is? It is the
I've never been
place.
there.
It is. If you've never been to Aggieville, you need to go down. Go to the corner of 12th and Morrow. You'll see a place called So Long Saloon. They don't kick you out. His name's So Long, but you can go in there and eat. And
They'll kick you out at 11:59.
Let's not talk about that. And then they also share their kitchen with a nice place called Taco Lucha, which is a Mexican wrestling-themed taco shop with some creepy old guys on the wall in wrestling masks.
I would say Taco Lucha shares its kitchen with So Long Saloon.
No. Yes, that's what I meant to say. It's So Long's kitchen that Taco Lucha just kind of latched onto as like a little brother.
I feel like the roles have reversed, though.
Well, it's like a little brother that grew up to be more successful than the big brother, but the big brother is kind of like the Manning family of restaurants. Sure. Okay?
Or is it like Adidas and Puma? No, they're rivals. That was a bad take. Bad take by me.
Anyhow, they're our sponsors now. And I was going to do this like as segment sponsors. And then I thought, no, I want to talk about them both. I want to talk about them anytime we want to now that they're part of the podcast.
It's warms my heart.
Podcast. Yeah. You're the finest bartender that was working on Saturday afternoon.
How many shots did I give you in Cole?
Not named Scooter.
I don't know.
Rude.
I wasn't there.
It was Cole's birthday. And I'm just going to share this with everyone because my wife listens to this podcast, so I want to explain what happened. I, honest to God, thought we were having a Cole birthday / graduation party. And I thought it was going to be like his family, his friends, his tattoo artist, his counselor, his astrologist. I thought everyone was going to be there. Becky had something. I said, Becky, why don't you just go do your thing? I'll go down here and have a couple of beers, call and come home. And I show up, and he's in the waiting area outside at Taco Lucha, which is fantastic, by the way. The new waiting areas on the street that are covered, and they bring you alcohol. It's fantastic. It's just Cole. It was the party was Cole and me. Can you imagine throwing your own birthday party and some fat 57-year-old guy's the only one that shows up?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
With a skateboard over my shoulder.
What's up, you fellow youngins?
Or whatever that.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah, how you do, fellow kid? So we got seats at the end of the bar, and our bartender kept sending us shots, and I'm like, I am glad I didn't drive. This went downhill fast, as it often does when I visit Taco Lucha.
We had a nice couple sitting next to us from Wamega.
I love sitting at the bar and just meeting people.
Me and Scooter were talking about that. We had a tremendous group of people at the bar.
Yeah.
You guys were all awesome.
Yeah, it was great. We had so much fun. And then there was another couple next to them that they wanted to sample the banana hammock. When you go to Taco Lucha, you got to order the banana hammock.
Guess what me and Cole had last night?
Sweet, tender, slow, hot, love.
I don't have children, so it's probably my proudest creation, the banana hammock. Well, maybe Go PowerCat.
Might be up there.
The banana hammock. But it is, I like banana. And in the early days of Taco Lucha, I'm like, what can we mix with the banana margarita mix? Because I don't like margaritas. I don't like tequila that much. Tequila serves one purpose, and it's evil. So that's why I enjoy it. But I don't like it and stuff. I just don't. I'll shoot it and be done with it. But so we go down, and I'm like, what can we pair with this? And they had pear vodka, absolute pear, and I never had it. I've always wanted it. I said, put that banana with the pear.
Zach wants to keep talking about this.
It's not what that hand signal meant.
Zach's over here like doing the speed it up thing, and I think he means talk about it more. Talk about it more.
It was a get on with it.
Get on with it. Here's your questions from Wabash Station as the overtime hits high gear. Insert fart noise. Here we go. Who's got him? For God's sakes, they don't even know.
I'll do it. Or we can rotate. Fitz, do you want to ask one?
No, I don't even have the list.
From It's Aim BB, what is the definition of overtime podcast? Are we allowed to ask K-State Athletics?
Oh, my God. He just went there. Zach, take over.
This is not about, like, serious questions. The less K-State or sports-related questions that you can come up with, the better. Ask us about food.
We all know that the moon is not made of green cheese.
Yes, that's true, Harry.
But what if it were made of barbecue spare ribs? Would you eat it then?
What?
I know I would. Heck, I'd have seconds. And then polish it off with a tall, cool Budweiser. I would do it. Yeah. Would you?
Ask us about our weekends.
What is not a damn thing?
Like if we went to Miami for a Formula One race.
Yeah. Who would do that?
Who would do that? Just fun stuff.
Last week's question about
stuff that if you were in the overtime questions thread and you were asking questions that you're like, they could probably talk about this on the actual podcast. Ask it on the actual podcast.
Don't try to sneak it in here. Don't.
I did put one in because we needed questions. And it was fine, and it was going to be a long.
Well, like last week, we had the Willie question.
Right, that's silly because it's Willie.
Silly Willy.
There you go.
Willy nilly.
But like, if it's a serious question,
out, Cole saying you want to. No, I got to bleep that out too.
Why not just anything you want to ask the GPC staff, not related to K-State Athletics?
Generally, yes. If it's something silly that doesn't belong on the actual questions podcast, ask it here if it's about K-State, like Willie. But if it's serious, don't. But there are a couple on here because I needed the questions. You guys got to ask some more questions. And I think that I'm going to remove the limit because this is the second week in a row that Pickles has shown up. So, Pickles, you're on notice. You're going to probably get a lot of questions for next year.
So Pickles played chicken with us and said, I'm not going to play your game. I'm going to ask 0 questions. Have fun making that overtime podcast without the Pickles questions.
I mean, yeah, he forced our hand.
And he was right.
He was right. We'll have a Pickles episode next week, probably.
Next question comes from EMA 2011. What is a wackier NIL deal than glowing balls?
It's so funny. I don't get it. At some point, we're going to, like I talked on the questions podcast, that maybe they want him to be their spokesperson in their European and Chinese markets when he can't make it in the NBA. But more likely, there is a donor somehow tied to a Chinese glowing ball company that talked him into this.
I think
it's got to be.
Life Wallet is kind of a wacky deal. Like, again, we don't even know what this company is.
When a crypto or an NFT company that isn't one of like kind of the established ones right now, I'm not saying that they're like legit or amazing, but there are certain levels of crypto companies right now that are accepted in sports, like FTX on the umpires' uniforms, Crypto.com on the Staples Center arena.
You know so much stuff.
Stuff like those that are in the presence of, I don't know what to call it, they're accepted in sports. Now, when you see other NFT or crypto companies that aren't accepted start doing stuff and giving, when you hear it, Nigel Pack received 5 Bitcoin from da-da-da-da-da company.
I'm down for that.
That makes
I'll take it.
NFTs, then yeah, that's a little wacky.
Now, my favorite was just came out. Bijan Robinson at Texas got a Lamborghini NIL deal. And that makes sense to me because of all fan bases in the country, what fan base would have enough idiots go, Bijan got an NIL deal from a Lamborghini, I'm going to get me a Lamborghini or two? Texas.
So
it's like Mater.
I have a list pulled up that has the 16 wackiest NIL deals that we've seen so far.
Someone's already done this list.
This was from a while ago too. Are you guys familiar with Master P?
Master. Oh no, not that. No.
Master P is a rapper. You can't put his music
I
in
thought
the.
It was a hobby.
You can't put his music in the podcast anymore. But
wrong letter.
His son signed an NIL deal with Web Apps America as a brand ambassador for $2 million.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He was an incoming Texas Southern freshman.
Yeah, that's going to really work out well for that. Why spend that money? I mean, why? I
mean, a lot of these NIL deals, they don't have. You're paying for social media follows and impressions, really, is what you're doing theoretically on a lot of these guys, but that's not. They're not paying at the market rate either.
No.
Granted, the market rate is a lot more expensive than most people probably think, and the value, but still, you need to have thousands. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers.
Just say it, 1 billion trillion.
1 billion trillion if you're actually going to be commanding NIL fees like that.
Sorry, I actually
he was counting down.
I accidentally hit my space bar and the open of the questions podcast started to play.
Are you familiar with Mr. McKinstry?
Yeah, he taught math in Roosevelt Lincoln Junior High School in Salina, Kansas.
His name is Kool-Aid. He has an NIL deal with Kool-Aid.
Ooh, that's not wacky. That's just smart. It's cool.
I like Kool-Aid.
The best NIL deal right now is Raising Cane's.
Yes.
They find the athletes. They take them to the store. They actually work as if they were employees. They earn some money. I'm not saying they earn whatever the value is, but hey, they did fry some chicken with Ryan Gilbert.
Yes.
Down there. With all 5 different ingredients that they have and their stupid sauce.
See, I did the daily delivery on this. I think we all envisioned that would be the NIL.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on down. We're going to give you a little bit of money, and you're going to get a gift card for a crap load of food. I think that's what we envisioned a lot of this would be. And if I'm a student athlete, yeah, I'll take that. I'll tweet out a picture as a recruit did at Texas of me eating my Raising Cane's from my hotel room overlooking Austin.
Mm-hmm.
That was good value for Raising Cane. I mean, those Texas fans, I'm going to get my Lamborghini and drive down to Raising Cane's.
You know what I think?
Fingers.
You know what I think would be a better value for Raising Cane's to do than these? It'd be great.
Get rid of their slaw and make real food instead.
Yes.
I don't disagree with that. What I was saying is get rid of their stupid sauce and pick a normal sauce and serve multiple sauces.
Yeah.
That would be better for Raising Cane's sales than paying any student athlete to promote their brand.
When I learned
your sauce is not the greatest gift to God's earth.
It's passable, but then I heard there's anchovies in it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Ryan, is that true?
Mustard.
It's disgusting. They do what?
They don't have anything other than their sauce.
Cane's has honey mustard.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
You were
Maybe
lying.
They got rid of it.
You were lying. You were a liar.
Did you work there, Zachary?
Liar.
Yes.
Zachary?
You can't get honey mustard at Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's has honey mustard.
They have ketchup.
They have honey mustard.
And they have cane sauce.
And they have hot sauce as well, I think.
They
have honey mustard, though.
They don't have honey mustard.
Yes, they do.
I don't care that you've worked there.
I don't care that you haven't worked
You're
there.
a liar.
Wrong. You are fake news. You better believe it.
Raising Cane's dipping sauce choices.
Come on, Fitz.
Cane sauce. Ketchup.
Honey mustard.
Cane sauce. Fresh honey mustard made on site. And also hot sauce.
What?
I don't think they offer them in Manhattan.
I've never heard of that.
Get
Oh, Lord, let me remember to bleep that out. My. Oh, he just went all Putin on us. Just way over the top. Way over the top. Holy mother.
When I go down there for my next meal,
Try some honey mustard.
I'll try some honey mustard to see if they have it.
I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying they have it.
And they make it fresh, Fitz? Is that what that's saying?
That's the Google machine that we use as a resource.
Canes are such tryhards, they make everything fresh.
That's fine. Just serve some ranch or some Zax sauce.
What'd you say?
That's not that's not my name.
That's it for the podcast. That's it for the entire company. I'm going to go move to a beach in Belize. We're out.
No, Zaxby's. It's called Zax
I knew
sauce.
what you meant,
yes,
but
Why don't you get a damn T-shirt with that on it?
When I worked there, I would always serve up my to some special customers.
Next question.
Hey, it's my turn, Cole.
Okay.
Right? Or is it Zach's turn? Zach, would you like to ask?
No, you guys can go.
Oh my!
Is my mic on? It is on. Sorry.
It's on.
I thought Fitz might have muted me after that.
No.
I don't blame you.
Bad move on my part.
Anywho,
I'm not even talking into my mic anymore. I'm just going to sit here and cry.
Next question is from ColeCats3, a.k.a. Cole's Burner. Why the heck won't Lucha or So Long expand? I think I know why, but I don't want the truth. Fitz, do you know?
No, why do they need to expand?
Well, why won't they?
Okay, so the entire philosophy between those two and their some of their owners also own Rockabilly. Same theory. Small area, own the building. I don't know if Rockabilly owns, but maximize square footage and turn over your tables with incredible service. Now, this doesn't work if you've got crappy service. If people are just parked in there. And they've created this culture where when you're there, you typically don't hang around. If you're done eating and drinking, you're respectful that there's people waiting and you get up and go. And they've created that culture. But it's only feasible because, honest to God, I don't know of any place that I consistently have ever gotten the level of service I get at So Long and Taco Lucha. The waitressing is good. You've got this small place, and yet they will have more waitresses working than they do at a bigger place adjacent. And because nobody's in charge of any table, you're just constantly, everyone's touching every customer, and you know what I mean by that. It's a service industry thing. Everyone's coming by at all times. Anything. It's just amazing. The managers are on the floor working at busy times. I noticed on Saturday when I was forced to hang out with Cole against my will, that not only were you and Scooter working behind the bar, but you had a bar back there that could also make drinks, and we noticed it was almost like a ballet of you guys moving around each other as the bar back checks the ice, and it was fascinating to watch. I love good service. It's my number one thing about a restaurant. If you give me crappy service, I'm probably not coming back. And I don't want to be associated with someone that, and when I constantly hear from people that the service is crappy, and then I realized that the only reason I was getting good service is because they knew who I was. But the second they didn't know who I was, I got crapped on. I'm never going back. So, I love So Long and Lucha. It doesn't matter if you're somebody or just a family visiting, like down the bar. It was a couple from Topeka. I don't know if they'd ever been there, if that's common, but they had a blast sitting at the bar. Probably because they were close to us, Cole.
Of course. Yeah. Don't forget about the couple from Wamega.
Wamega, they were awesome. Spectacular.
Yes.
And their daughters are regular at the Taco Lucha, Senor. But yeah, that's why. They're really good at what they've got going. And if I don't know how much money they make, but if you understood how many owners there are of these entities, and none of them are struggling in life, they're doing it the right way, and they're doing it exactly the way I would do a place like that. Is that it?
I would add that, and not no offense to So Long, but Lucha is the cash cow.
It is now, but you don't understand what So Long was, and kind of they stole business from themselves. But it's that back patio that is the clincher, and now they've got it covered and it's heated, so and it's got fans, so it's more year round. And what was that? Was that you?
Cole, I hate when you do that. When you point at me when your computer goes off. It's my least favorite thing about you. Easily.
Huh.
Thank you.
That's like blaming Daphne.
How does it feel under the bus?
Great.
Is it nice and warm under the bus?
Yes.
So, but yeah, they're spectacular.
But their kitchen, Lucha can't keep up. If
No.
they expand to answer the question, no way in hell you're getting your food in less than 45 minutes.
Well, and people also ask, why don't you use DoorDash? Because
Can't keep up.
DoorDash will affect the ability of them to serve their customers in the building. Mm-hmm. They know what they're doing. They really know what they're doing.
And the drinking corrals that came up a couple years ago,
The outdoors
they're just
waiting-
killing it.
They're killing it.
So that's as much expansion as
So now when you walk up Lucha and they say the wait's an hour, first of all, people wait for it. But now you don't have to be crowded around the bar drinking a beer. The city now allows sidewalk drinking in contained areas, which is a step into open carry of liquor through the district. We're getting there. But yeah, they've got those cool areas out there. They're shaded and you just hang out. If it's a nice day. I've joked with a buddy, on a really nice day, let's take our folding chairs down and sit down in the corral area and just hang out on the patio. They've got people working the service area. I love it. I'm so glad they're our sponsors.
Very good. Next question comes from King Jim 77. What is your go-to late night food in MHK?
Lucha.
No, that's
that
not
late
late
night?
night. It's not
What time do
late
they
night.
close, Zach?
10 o'clock. It's not late.
Yeah. First of
Honestly,
all,
there's nowhere right now.
I want to clarify
Unfortunately.
that despite my looks, I'm not I've been having some beers, let's go eat type of guy. I'm kind of the opposite. My little tiny wife is the post-party eater. So, I don't know.
The options right now are. Does Jimmy John's even stay open late now? They're back open late again. So you got Jimmy John's. You have the Varsity Truck. You have Fat Shack.
No.
No. I'm just listing the options in Aggieville.
You don't like
There's-
Fat Shack?
I went there when they first opened, and then they just changed a bunch of things, and I'm like, this is stupid. It takes forever to get your food, so I just
It's
don't
way
go there.
overpriced. I'll get it once in a while through DoorDash.
Yeah.
Bring it here. Their burgers are good, but everything else,
Yeah.
just ridiculous price.
I've never eaten Fat Shack, but I'm just listing places that are open after midnight.
DP Dough.
Are they open after midnight?
They're open 4 to 4.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That is my favorite spot to get.
And then Hunam probably
Hunam.
counts.
Yep, it's pretty. It's
See,
okay.
I miss.
You got Varsity as well.
Yeah,
I did say the truck. And then
Sorry.
Yeah.
There's also another little.
There's a little taco truck behind Public House, I think.
I've tried
that's
it.
open. I've had that once. I thought
okay.
it's okay.
Yeah. Not a lot of awesome.
There's not a lot of options. I miss Jeff's the most because that was always the best. Just you go in, they've got all of the slices up on the window, put it on a plate for you, put it in a box, whatever. Here you go, $3. Thank you. Come again. Easy. You know what you're getting, and it's
We haven't even talked about Pizza Shuttle.
Pizza Shuttle's too far away. I think you got to think Aggieville District if you're drinking, I guess. But even Pizza Shuttle, I feel
Delivery?
like. Yeah, you can get it delivered, I guess. But I wouldn't get Pizza Shuttle probably. But yeah, I miss Jeff's the most. Second,
it's amazing.
I miss Cozy Inn. That was a great late night option too.
They have those in Salina, right?
That's from Salina.
Yeah.
You'll be filled with regrets and onions if you wake up after Cozy Inn.
Yeah, but at least it's good. It was good food.
Oh, man. Yeah, I just wish there was a hot dog vendor. I just wish it was like, you can't do that. You can't have vendors in Aggieville because the restaurants don't want that.
But they should be open after midnight if they don't want food trucks in Aggieville.
Boom.
Right.
So,
right. I wish there was like a business that had a area that they could park a hot dog vendor and just have a guy out there slinging dogs.
it almost looks like
Big city type. I love it.
It almost looks like there's like stalls, in the parking lot over by Public House. It looks like they've like resurfaced it, and it looks like there's like they're not parking spots, but it looks like you could put in like a couple of like food trucks there late night if you wanted to.
Get your hot dogs hit. Hot dogs hit.
Do you remember? You were
That was
not.
actually
You
really
were
good.
no. That's terrible. I wouldn't buy a hot dog from that guy. If that's the voice I heard, and
I'm
that's the
walking
body-
here.
and that's the body it came out of, I would not buy a hot dog.
Sweating into the hot dog.
But
Wait, what came out of his body? The hot dog?
the voice,
The voice. Okay.
Remember
What are you
those
talking about?
Shut up. do you remember
Something again, Cole.
Fitz, do you remember the burritos we had in Austin pregame? How you go into the little classroom and they just had trays and trays and trays of breakfast burritos?
Yeah.
I want to do that.
That's pretty smart, bro.
But not breakfast burrito. Like,
Regular
you could do
burritos.
one burrito, but like just make simple burritos, charge $3 or something. Cook, make them before you get out to Aggieville and just sell them from a cooler or something.
That's a pretty good idea.
Just here. You got two options, beef, bean, and cheese, scrambled eggs, sausage, cheese, $3.
Possum.
Bottle of water for $1.
Possum burritos. There's a wide open
Possum burritos.
Wide open market.
Mine.
I'm pointing.
Another question from King Jim 77. What is your go-to hangover food in MHK?
I think honestly, just a big greasy burger to neutralize the lingering alcohol.
You know what my answer is?
What? Pizza?
No.
Our great American hero?
Nope, it's not.
Not Freddy?
It is so long, and you get the Resist Temptation with egg and bacon on it.
Have you ever had that when you're hungover, though?
No, but I feel like it'd be really good.
Actually, I've done that hungover. It is. So I do resist temptation with chicken though, but it's so good.
Because you're fancy like that.
I know. I'm so fancy.
I'm not hungover enough to have a go-to.
Attaboy.
Me neither.
If I'm super hungover, though, I don't eat. Because
I'm also probably
when
like
I
that,
eat
too.
hungover, sometimes it can go real
Like I'm saltines and and cold
Water.
water.
Chug the waters.
What happened after the saltines Rumpelmint incident at golf?
Oh, I was fine. I think I went to bed.
Okay.
I didn't wake up hungover, even though I was.
I don't feel like we've offered
very-
anyone any usable advice so
Yeah.
far on this podcast. I don't.
It was fun.
The humans will be right back. The ads are done.
Passion, drive, and patience. What brings home the winning trophy is also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance, from superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED headlights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has got you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to turn your car into the MVP and bring home that win. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
With Blue Link Plus, you can access your Hyundai Tucson Limited remotely. Doors unlocked, temperature set, lost car found.
There it is.
Get complimentary class-leading Blue Link Plus. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Speak humans.
The next question we will.
Zach, did you drink Rumpelmints in San Antonio?
No, that was all like vodka and whatever. It's been a while though.
Let's swim in the river right here. Let's
I think I had like 3 drinks in Miami all weekend though. I did not drink at
And
all.
one of them was a water that you paid for?
Yeah, I ranted about that before.
No, it's a worse story than the one I told.
It's worse than the one you told. So you're telling me not to tell it?
Yeah. He had to pay for water. That's the story.
No, it's on the beach, and it was a plastic bottle of water. They give me a styrofoam cup of ice, and what do they give me because of the environment? They give me a paper straw.
They just
so I have
saved a baby turtle. Why do you hate the baby turtles?
I have a paper straw, a styrofoam cup, and a plastic bottle. What gives? What gives?
Yeah.
Give me the plastic straw, put it in a reusable glass, and use tap water. You saved more of the environment, even though you used a plastic straw.
I was totally outraged by what I heard from these people. I mean, I'm not here to tell you what I think about anything, but at the end of the day, it's my opinion, and it counts as much as anybody else's.
Get off my lawn.
This next question is going to bring up some debate.
Oh, boy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
First of all, happy belated birthday to Mr. Wyatt Bollinger, 15. His birthday was the same day as mine.
Oh, how sweet.
Sorry, Wyatt.
He
Wyatt, next time come along so I don't feel like the old guy with the young guy.
There you go. He says, pick your 2 top side choices to eat alongside barbecue.
Oh, my God. I thought that was going somewhere else. And I'm like, my wife listens to this.
Honey mustard, 1.
Top 2 side chicks. So
yeah, I thought that's right. Side choices like honey mustard's not a side. That's a dipping sauce.
That's a dipping sauce.
We're talking fries.
I'm just
mac and cheese.
I tried to make a honey mustard joke. It didn't go well. I'm sorry.
Didn't land.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So what do we think? Number 1 for me is barbecue beans.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is not even top 5.
Okay, so there was a place in some small town in Kansas and northeast of Wichita. I think the place went out of business, but the guy, we stopped there one time and he bragged about his beans. I'm like, oh, okay. They were incredible. I don't know what he did.
If you have good beans, because it enhances the barbecue, like the barbecue sauce flavor. Like it's all about the kind of, I don't know, what's the texture that's in the it's all about that. And you have to have meat in the beans. If there's no meat in the beans and it's not, you might as well just be eating, baked beans from the grocery store. No, I don't want that. I got to have baked beans. And then I think cheesy potatoes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think those are the 2 things. If you eat French fries or coleslaw with your barbecue, you're a certified maniac. You're a certified maniac.
Fries are fine.
No, they're
I'm not
not.
going to say it's the top 2 choice, but fries are fine.
I mean, if it comes with it, I'll eat it. But if I could pick backyard barbecue, I am taking cheesy potatoes and baked beans all day, every day, 100% of the time.
Potato salad is my number 1.
Oh my God.
If you're going to eat barbecue,
that's disgusting.
Potato salad is the number 1 side choice.
I'm with you.
You need a starch. And I'm okay with cheesy potatoes, like cheesy potato bake at Jack Stack or Slaps. Very good. But that's in lieu of the potato salad. You need some sort of potato dish that is not a French fry.
Okay.
As the number 1. Number 2, and this probably means that you're going with a potato salad and not a cheesy potato bake, is mac and cheese. Mac and cheese
of carbs
as your number 2.
A lot of carbs.
I don't mind.
It's barbecue. What are we counting, Gills? We're eating
Counting
barbecue.
Carbs.
We're eating barbecue. We're not counting anything. It's going inside
Mac and
my
cheese
belly.
is not particularly barbecue-esque, though. That's my issue.
It is.
So this is my issue is I really would like to own a barbecue place someday. I really would.
There's a lot of things you want to do one day.
I know. I'm running out of time, too. It's just sad.
It doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
Oh, God, my life, it's been ruined. But I would have problems figuring out what sides I want to offer because he's right. Fries are the laziest side in all sidedom.
Mm-hmm.
And I would probably offer tots because I'm a tot purist. You don't know that's really a thing, but I am. But then again, do I want potato salad? Or if you want potatoes, you can have the tots. Do I want to offer slaw? Slaw is
the worst.
Overrated.
Yeah, slaw.
The worst.
I feel like in the 17th century, some Germans were laying around and the trash smelled bad, but they thought it smelled good, so they ate it.
It was called slaw.
That was a great German accent. I don't know. I like mac and cheese. I love cheesy baked stuff.
Mac and cheese?
Yeah, it's all mac and cheese with barbecue.
For barbecue?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think you got
meat has to be in the mac and cheese then. You have to have pork in the mac and cheese.
Quit putting meat into stuff.
Quit trying to pork my mac and cheese and get away from it.
There doesn't need to be meat in everything.
Yes, there does.
Nope.
But I don't want Kraft mac and cheese. I need a little flair.
No, it has to be.
There's a barbecue
homemade.
place here in town that does perfect mac and cheese. Perfect for that. It's
perhaps
it's Mac and Jack. It's got Jack cheese.
Jack cheese.
It's really good. It's outstanding. In fact, if you ever order them to cater and you don't get a tray of the Mac and Jack, you're a flippin' idiot. And I said that with a lot of flippin' idiot.
Gills, what about you?
I wish I had a strong opinion on barbecue.
You hardly eat.
Gills doesn't eat food.
I like barbecue, but I'm not going to obsess over it.
Hey, Gills, what'd you have for lunch? I had a chicken breast with no flavor and some wood chips.
Cashews. Get it right, Fitz.
Close enough.
Gills looks like the definition of single guy that eats only chicken and rice.
But he does it to be healthy. He actually does it for the right reason. He doesn't do it because he's poor and destitute. He's not out there eating ramen.
Destitute? Sheesh.
He's out there trying to be healthy.
Okay, still chicken and rice.
You're chicken and rice.
You're Mac and Jack. Never mind. Next.
CFHIDE.
CFID. You know better.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I was channeling my inner Gills. What would you name your race horse if they competed in the Triple Crown?
Shut up, Todd.
Didn't we have a question like this last year on the overtime?
I don't remember it if we did. And it's a new season, so anything goes.
Well,
a new season of the overtime. That's funny.
I mean, it is.
My beautiful wife, Becky, brought back Daphne from an extended venture into the world. They walked over 3 miles, and my wife explained to me that it was such a long walk that it was a 2-poop walk. And I thought that's a good name for a rapper or maybe a racehorse. 2-poop walk. I would work the word poop into my horse name because a lot of people out there watch for the horses to poop. They do it at the dog track. I imagine they do it at the horse track too. Get a lot of load on, boom. I bet you, what is his name? Lucky Strike? Was that the name of the horse? I bet you he took a big old crap.
How is Lucky Strike like the first time, like the first horse to be like named that? Does that make sense?
It probably wasn't.
But like to win, like it's such an easy name, I guess. You know, like that's a horse name. You read that and you're like, yeah, of course that horse won the Kentucky Derby because that's a horse name.
And I made this point on the Twitter machine that it's not ironic that horse racing cracked down on the cheater who's been winning everything, and lo and behold, one of the longest shots in history wins. Oh, you mean you even the tables going into the race without being able to cheat? Other people have access to victory? Hell yeah, I'm all for that horse.
I do something like second place or engine failure. That's what mine are.
Sniper Daddy.
Sniper Daddy.
Wow. Gills, you got a horse name?
Leroy.
That's actually a great name. Here comes Leroy. I like.
What about Leroy Jenkins?
Just give your horses Bubba Smalls.
I want. If my horse is going to win, I just want something ridiculous that the announcer has to say.
Could you name
engine failure wins?
Could you name your horse Jack?
You have to bleep that because you didn't space out your words properly. You just said what the innuendo was.
Cole, you know who he's friends with, right?
You tried your best.
Let me redo that. Could you name your horse?
Jack.
Still sounds dirty.
Who's he friends with, Ryan?
You know who he's friends with.
Who's he friends with?
He's friends with Barry.
I don't know.
Zach knows.
I don't. I'm
Barry?
just laughing. Barry?
Yeah, he's got a Twitter account.
Oh, that one. Sports Talk Barry. Yeah. Can't believe it's not Barry.
I was today years old when I actually realized that was the name of I just got I didn't realize that was the name of an innuendo until I just got it.
Do you know his profile picture
from the
Addiction Network?
The Addiction Network.
So funny.
It's awesome. I love it.
All right, am I reading it?
Yes.
I don't have
this
horse
podcast
names.
is
mess up his name for Zach.
I don't have to add much here because I don't know. Go ahead.
I would just name it Sea Fitskit.
Brilliant. Ooh, like Seabiscuit, but with my name.
Yes.
I like it. Seabiscuit. Okay, go ahead.
From Wyatt Bollinger 15 once again. If K-State ever changed the nickname from Wildcats to something else, what nickname would you choose as a replacement?
Pizza.
Murderers. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. That is literally something I've never thought about.
I could have sworn we had this question last year if we're talking about old questions.
No, we talked about Manhattan High changing their name.
We did. That was like 2 years ago with the whole Gator incident during the
whole
pandemic.
Gator incident. I'm leaning towards mammoths now. Manhattan High Mammoths. Nobody else has it.
If K-State could change their name, they should be the Kansas State Sunflowers.
Oh, no.
I'm kidding.
The Cottonwoods.
I've got two pretty good ones. The Bills.
The Box Turtles.
The Boscos.
I don't think there's enough dog mascots out there.
Hold on. The Bills are that's a great one.
Yeah.
The Kansas State Bills? Get out of here.
Okay, no matter what it is, it's going to sound weird at first.
Do you know why the Bills?
Why?
Buffalo? The Buffalo?
Oh, it's Bill Snyder.
No?
No, it's Buffalo.
I was thinking of Bill Snyder.
Oh, I was thinking of like the Buffalo Bill. Like Buffalo Bill, like wild Buffalo Bill. You know who Buffalo Bill is, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a historical figure that was around in Dodge City.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going off of historical context.
If you're going off of historical context, why don't you name them the Earps? And then it ties into Aggieville.
The Kansas State Amelia Earharts.
The K-State 63s.
You know, a number would be cool. Like a year, like 49ers type thing.
76ers.
How about
the Elevators?
Oh my God. Let's keep Wildcats. I think we've determined we're going to keep Wildcats.
The Kansas State Browns.
No.
John Brown?
No.
No?
I can see like
the Cottonwoods.
Tying into the Old West theme, like Marshalls or something like that.
The Bushwhackers.
Really?
Well, they were from Missouri, so
what was the opposite?
They're not.
Jayhawkers?
We're not. Yeah.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Huh, yeah. Kansas State Jayhawkers. That sounds like a great idea, Gills.
How about the Kansas State Ikes?
No. But you could be generals, presidents, farmers. We were that once. Let's go back to farmers.
Aggies.
Nobody will make fun of you. I promise.
The Kansas State Naismiths.
Well, in Hoodles, I was in the midst of a pretty good bender outside of Phnom Penh once.
Oh,
actually, that would be a fantastic troll job.
I know.
Onward, please. Let's get through this.
This is the last question, Timothy.
Thank God.
Jay Boland PSU asks, with all this expansion talk dying down for now, what would be your guys' dream group of teams for a conference? Location doesn't matter. I feel like this was asked before, but it was when Riley was on the podcast, so I'm interested to hear the young guys' opinions.
Go, young guys. Who would you like to see added to the conference?
Well, it's not added to a conference. It's about creating any conference.
So this can just be any.
This is a
team
conference
in the country.
But hold on, he's not about Big 12
Location doesn't
expansion,
matter.
isn't he? Adding
I didn't
teams
know
to the
nothing
Big
about.
12.
No, he's talking about expansion talk dying down. What would be your ideal dream group of teams for a conference? Location doesn't matter.
With regards to K-State or just
probably. We can do regards to K-State.
K-State,
but
KU, Missouri, Nebraska.
Oh my God, he's forming the Big Eight.
Yes, that would be my ideal conference.
Just those 4 schools.
That's it, huh?
Yep, I'm done.
Or we could throw in Hawaii. I would love to go to Hawaii.
It's like K-State, KU, and Hawaii.
Yeah.
The away games are going to take a lot out of you.
Actually, if we're going to be honest, you know who my ideal conference would be? K-State, KU, Pitt State, Emporia State, Fort Hays State, Mid-American Nazarene, Kansas Wesleyan, Bethel, Bethany, Baker. Let's see, who else is in Kansas? There's a lot. Did I say Bethel? I think I said
you
Bethel.
did say Bethel.
Did I say Bethany?
I don't think you did.
I said Bethany now.
Wow.
There's a lot of other schools out there. We're going to rename
Dodge
it.
City and Garden City.
Oh, yeah, don't forget about Butler, Hutch, Dodge, Coffeyville, Fort Scott. You know what we're going to name it?
Nobody freaking watches this shit.
I'm pretty sure. I'm assuming PSU, Jay Boland, maybe you're a Pitt State guy. You know, maybe go down to Pitt State, have some chicken Annie's, chicken Mary's, cover a football game. K-State wins 65-0. We get back on the bus, come home.
We get on the bus and come home?
Our travel bus. We're going to have a Go Power Cat bus.
You basically broke out the 1912 Kansas State football schedule and listed it on the air.
Got to play Manhattan High and Fort Riley, too.
This question's too vague for me.
Here's my idea when I saw this question. There was a couple ones. If you want to make an actual conference, I made not necessarily little brothers, but schools all across the country where their in-state rival is perceived as being like the superior team by national people. So here's this list. You got Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Iowa State, Texas A&M, Auburn, Georgia Tech, Florida State, Clemson, Virginia Tech, Michigan State, Washington State, Oregon State.
Clemson?
Purdue.
I did Clemson because South Carolina is in the SEC, and I gave a strong preference to...
You know what you just listed where I was going? A land-grant conference. Almost every school you listed is land-grant.
Hang on. Next one was I listed every land-grant school that's in the Power 5, and there was like 29 or 30 or so. Uh-huh. And then there's like about 6 more that aren't, but they're FBS. So I was like, all right, what if you just took, and if all of the schools or some separate organization agreed, you just do a land-grant national championship that is just a regular season record. So the first 12 games, whoever wins on winning percentage, give them a trophy, and they're the land-grant national champions.
I like it. I like it a lot. It's nice. I'm going to go back to when we were looking at realignment last time or time before the last time, and I thought K-State and KU might get left out, and I decided, let's just invite everyone in that we want to go visit, and that included UCF and USF and Hawaii, and I wanted Charleston to add some football. A little Tulane action, UNLV, Reno. I'll take Reno. Hell yes, I'll do that. San Diego State for certain. Just all places where every road trip would be fun. Every stinking road trip would. Utah would be nice. I don't know. In all seriousness, I think there's the only markets left for a Big 12 expansion that really makes sense are going west. So there's some cool places you can get to out there. I'm all for it. If we're going to fly, I might as well fly to a mountain or someplace.
Can I change my answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
We're going to add LaSalle, UC Irvine, and Butler.
Oh.
So we can consistently or constantly beat up on them in basketball.
I'm glad we changed
or
coaches.
Lose.
Yeah,
or lose.
Coaches.
We better keep Baylor in for football.
Yes.
Okay. That was it.
Kind of ended on a downer.
Yeah, it wasn't a downer. I feel good about this one. Lie. I feel really like we were entertaining. A total lie. But I do know one thing. We are going to So Long or Takalucha. Did we decide which one? For
either or.
So Long.
For post-pod entertainment. That's it for the podcast. We appreciate you listening. I hope I did a good job adding stuff because God knows it needed help.
Okay, Boomer.
Thank you for listening to the Power Cat Podcast. Make sure you're subscribing to our show at Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your podcasts. Power Cat Podcast. All rights reserved. GoPowerCat.com.
The calendar has flipped, which means it's time to join us on Fantasy Baseball Today, part of the CBS Sports Podcast Network. Join Scott White, Chris Towers, and me, Frank Stanfield, 3 times per week in January to kick off our 2024 Fantasy Baseball Prep. We're talking rankings, strategy, tiers, prospects, mock drafts, and everything in between. Make sure to download and follow on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the Odyssey app, and everywhere else podcasts are found.